Don't need a sound check. We're going to get to rock and roll right now. Again, you're listening to Locals Only. We kick it over to Studio 2.
Seeing what is, are you alright there? Have you ever had a thought that left your mind downright diverted, stranger than anything you have felt in your seeing what hurts. Have you been through enough? Are these drugs just a curse? Have you been through it all? My God, my mind is inverted. I'm feeling stranger than ever. Come on, give me some more. Wanna pass it hit the mast, and he that unto the edge grows. For the fire, sit within the edge grows. I guess that's right, and Eva's design. Now it's stuck till the skip crash, and maybe left with our hearts cold.
91.3 KXCI Tucson, Arizona. Welcome down to your end of the dial. You're listening to Locals Only. My name is Serpy, and I am coming to you live from Studio 2A with Tucson's own Tucson Toros. Thanks for being here with us, guys.
Hey, thanks
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
It was a long road to get here, a lot of stairs to get up here, but we're here now.
A lot of traffic cones.
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
Why don't you take it around the horn and introduce all these guys?
Yeah, okay. I'm Fred, singer.
I'm Dave. I'm the drummer.
I'm Andy. I play keys.
I'm Nando on rhythm guitar.
I'm Jeffrey. I play the bass guitar.
I'm Dustin. I play guitar.
And together they are the Tucson Toros. Thanks again for being here, guys. So I know we've heard of super bands, super groups. You guys are kind of a super group. You guys have been all in different collective or different bands around town for a while.
Yeah, what's that like? There's like superhero teams, and then there's like that second tier superhero team.
Justice League or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're like the third one.
Yeah.
You guys formed this during the pandemic, if I'm not mistaken. It was back in 2020 when you guys put this together?
No, it was prior to that. We were actually in this room in 2018 or 19, I think, for our first EP release before we added Jeff on the bass.
Yeah, it evolved during the pandemic. You know, we kind of switched some things around. Yeah.
I would think I was like calling into band meetings from California when I was living on the side of a farm,
Yeah.
not knowing what my future would look like.
Yeah, and he kind of took off during the pandemic, and we weren't sure what we were going to do. I was playing bass originally for the first couple years. We put out a couple EPs as Toros, and then we wanted to fill it out more with Andy being gone, so I hopped on guitar, and then we brought in Jeff. He was a friend of ours, and then it kind of just took off from there, and then we just started working on an album, worked on it for a few years, and here we are.
Was that a big leap for you to go from bass to, or you've been a guitarist before? I mean,
No, I mean, I was writing pretty much all the guitar anyways and the bass, and so I kind of wanted to open it up and write with dual guitar anyways, so it just kind of worked out.
Yeah, sounds good. Seamless.
Yeah.
So besides being in other music bands, you guys are veterans. Do you have something to do with the recording of this album as well, or did you take it somewhere else to get recorded?
Yeah, we did it all in-house. I basically engineered most of it, and then Fred did all the vocals at his place. And I think we've done the 2 EPs and the album like that. But this album was really cool because we got to do it live. Some of it live, at least. It was drums and bass. I think it really did capture that vibe that we were trying to go for. Whereas before we were more meticulous about, like, fixing the drums and quantizing and things like that. So this is a lot more organic, and I think what Toros was supposed to be from the first place.
Yeah, it's kind of easy to, when you are taking on yourself, you don't have to watch the clock and spend the money to start messing. And
For sure.
Sometimes you can mess the life right out of it, but that's not what I heard, or more importantly, not what I felt when I heard that.
Yeah, we definitely took our time. Made a couple kids in between. Took a couple 6-month breaks, this and that, but yeah, we got there.
We do our best. Life does the rest.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, awesome. We're gonna talk some more. I want to get back into the music, but we're gonna talk a little bit more about the recording. You got a show coming up we're gonna touch on, but let's just hop right back into it right now.
Cool.
You're listening to Tucson Toros, coming to you live from Studio 2A on KXCI's Locals Only. Real people, real radio.
Well, stop around me. Can you give me a drag? What contrast to it all? Curse stack it all comes down. Yes, sicko man. Yes, sicko man. a Sunday for their fortune. And so lead lovers, soldier onward for their fortune, for their fortune. Black and numb, cornstarch ran around. Carry on, just as likely to make or melt. And say that's just how it is. Keep your feet don't intimidate him down. I got one straw hats in the sand. It came to turn it round instead. Sun doesn't set right in kitchen. I'm second guessing. I got the message.
.3 KXCI Tucson, Arizona. Real people, real radio. You're listening to Locals Only. My name is Serpy, and I'm coming to you live from Studio 2A with the Tucson Toros. If you're just joining us, they just put out a record back in January. Teeth on the Board. Got him here now to talk about it some. So, you guys say you're a self-proclaimed stoner rock band.
We
But-
did that.
That's what it says here.
Who said that?
Desert rock.
I may have said that.
But I mean, I also hear, I mean, there's a lot, it's kind of eclectic. I mean, I kind of hear some like 90s Chicago type of punk, post-hardcore. Did you guys, are you all cut from the same cloth, or do you come from different backgrounds and it just makes this mix happen?
A little bit of both, I think, you know?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think we all are pretty eclectic in our taste in what we listen to and what we do want to perform. But I don't know if that was ever conscious. We just kind of showed up and wrote some songs together.
Yeah, I think we just really like revolve around Dave's double kick drum.
I only listen to Slayer. But yeah, there's a ton of 90s in there. We can't get away from it. I mean, we all grew up in the 90s, and we just kind of gravitate towards it.
You know, I'm kind of surprised. Like my niece, she's in her early 30s. Like it's not really, I'm kind of dating myself by saying that, but there's so many kids who are like, there's just a lot of good music that came out.
It's,
Like
it's good. It's like the classic rock that we grew up with is now grunge. That's depressing.
I see kids wearing Jinkos, and I'm like, oh, man.
Yeah, Jinkos and Nirvana.
That was me.
shirts. Yeah.
But they think Nirvana's a brand. They don't realize it's a band.
We're talking about our contemporaries, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Hello there, fellow kids.
I met a 16-year-old like 3 months ago. It was a friend's like son's friend or whatever, and he was just like, "I'm so into the Jesus Lizard. Have you ever heard of that?" I'm like,
I'm happy for that. Kid.
Yeah, that's kind of
Cool.
a kind of a
more
deep
of
pull.
you on the front lines.
All right, thumb screws. Let's go, dude.
But yeah, also during that first break, you said that you guys recorded this yourself and that you took time doing it. And then I just read here that you took 6 months to do it. I take more than 6 months to do my laundry.
Oh, that might have been a little misleading. It took much longer than 6 months. 6 months might have been
That was like pre-production.
Pre-production.
Yeah.
You know, we tracked bass and drums in
2 days.
2 days. Everything kind of happens in like 2 days, but arranging those 2 days during that time period was difficult. But I mean, we finally did it and released it. I mean, everything we do takes a long time.
I'll say, kind of going back to your previous question about like our musical backgrounds. Like, I've never been in a band this heavy before, so for me, recording vocals, like we have EPs out previously, and I feel like that whole time I've been trying to find my voice with this band, and with this one, pandemic being part of it, like so much of us were spending so much time on our own, and part of the reason why I recorded most of the vocals by myself was just to experiment with like what my voice can do, and find what I think fits with what we do musically. So that ended up being a long process.
Yeah, and we got heavier too once we added Jeff and got me on guitar and stuff too. Because it's the first EP is like fairly chill, you know. Like I don't know.
So chill.
I don't think there's any double bass at all.
Yeah.
It's flares.
And was that a challenge for you, stepping into something that was heavier than you were used to?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And that's kind of why I wanted to do it, was to try something totally different. I remember the first few times we performed, like I usually have this guitar in front of me, so it's like this barrier between me and the audience. So to like not have that and just be like, all right, what do I do with my hands? You know, was a really interesting learning experience, and like gaining comfort just like being on stage without like something to like, I don't know, separate myself from the audience from. Yeah, that was a big challenge for sure.
Yeah, well, you definitely bring something to it. With you have a very melodic voice, and it's not easy to do what you're doing melodically like that without blowing your throat out.
Oh, it's about to be done.
If you don't mind me asking, I want to talk. We talked also a little bit in that first set about things that got you here, like during the pandemic, before you were doing a band before the pandemic, and how life changes. You had some kids, and sobriety has played a part in this new chapter, or since the band formed.
That's not everybody, but yeah.
There's a bunch of us had kids. I'm the only sober one.
Okay.
But we thought that played well in the press release.
That's hilarious.
I'm like more than half sober.
He's pretty sober. He drinks. We crush NAs at practice together.
Yeah, there's been a lot of dialing back, I would say, from, old band room days where it's like, who's bringing a case of beer?
Yeah.
Now we're like talking about infrastructure and, drinking NA beers and LaCroix and stuff. And like,
Why is 22nd
yeah,
closed?
like I got to get out of here. I got to get up at 5 a.m. You know, like we're all just adults now. We're all like in our 40s, and I don't know.
Yeah, but you got to prioritize different things just to keep the rig on the road, heading down.
I mean, it's incredible we've been able to stick together for this long. It's, bands can kind of be time bombs, so it's pretty cool. We've been able to stick it out for 7 years. So
especially with 6 guys. I know it used to be 5, but that's a lot of cooks in the kitchen. Like it's really hard to keep that together. But also, I think that comes with age. When I was in bands when I was younger, it was like, I hate everyone in this room, but I love the music. And then I got to a point where I'm like, I'm gonna go hang out with my friends, and some songs might happen. But when you can meet that medium, it's
that's
smashing.
a good point.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do think it takes a lot of listening, a lot of patience. I mean, it's not magic.
Yeah.
It's hard work.
We bicker.
Yeah, it happens.
Black magic.
yeah, we've had our moments.
We almost break up every practice. We're gonna break up after this.
depending on how the last 3 songs go.
Yeah, it's going pretty good so far.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Well, we'll make sure we have that on tape.
You know how some of like the best TV shows are always on the verge of cancellation? I feel like maybe that's where like,
right. It comes back. So did you guys, from what I was looking at with the older EPs, it was just Toros. You added the Tucson recently just for this album? Was there a reason for that? It's because of the baseball team's gone now?
do I want to talk about that?
Well, there was an obvious reason that was there are tons of Toros on streaming services.
Okay.
So this was a way to differentiate the band for those who use streaming services to try to find us.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. I didn't know if it was a baseball thing because the baseball Toros were
The crack of the bat.
Well, I mean,
We all
it's
hate
definitely a callback to that, you know. But yeah, I mean, people still call us Toros, and that's fine. You can call us Tucson Toros, call us Toros. It doesn't matter.
Desert Toros.
Or
is
Desert
cool.
Tours.
It would be the Desert Tortoise too. I don't care.
That suggests longevity.
Yeah. Let's do this band for 160 years. The Desert Tortoise.
So you did mention, I asked you, but I already forgot. I think it's in April is when your next show is. You got a show coming up sometime soon?
April 18th, we're calling it Space Fest. The logic behind that, we have a practice space that a lot of bands in Tucson actually share. So we wanted to play a show where all of us share the stage. So we're calling it Space Fest for practice Space Fest. There's going to be 7 bands at St. Charles. It is a free show. All of our cuts are going to be donated to a local mutual aid group to help just feed the unhoused. So yeah, April 18th. Should I list all the bands?
It's
we
Community
do
on
that?
Wheels too.
Yeah, they don't know that yet, but now they do.
That's the charity.
I'm pretty sure they'll take our money. So let's see. We got Mr. Limousine, Shutter Kong, Toros, Laser Dad. Who am I missing?
Guardy.
Guardy,
Got bit.
Got Bit, Mastodona. Anybody else?
That was it.
That's it. We're all going to play at St. Charles. It's going to be super fun. April 18th.
That's a pretty big lineup. Is that like a during the day into the evening thing, or is that all?
Yeah, we literally like booked it yesterday. But we're thinking it's probably going to start at like 6. They're going to be quick sets, like 25, 30-minute sets. There's only 3 drummers for that 7 bands, and we all share gear, so there's going to be no changeover. So it's just going to be really like 5-minute, 10-minute breaks in between sets. We'll see how it goes.
That's nice, except for the drummers involved.
Yeah, it's going to be
double duty.
it's going to be rough.
Yeah. All right, so April 18th, you got a show. I'd imagine, as we were just established, you got families, you got kids. Is there any touring in the works or in the hopes?
No.
No, we can't even get to like Phoenix or Phoenix.
We are a Tucson band, hence Tucson Toros.
You're doing a residency. You're bringing the world.
If
to
anybody
you.
out there listening wants to try to get us to leave Tucson, I dare you.
That's great. All right, let's see. What time is it? We get for all those out in radio land. Studio 2A is a very small, intimate room, and including my skinniness, there's 7 of us in here. So I'm craning my neck. I'm looking around, trying to see people, and I can't even see the clock. What time is it?
9:42.
9:42. Let me shut up and get back to the music. You guys got 3 more songs, and then we'll recap it on the way out. But for you just joining us, you're listening to Tucson Toros coming in live, Studio 2A, KXCI, locals only, real people, real radio.
Reason is a lie, I see the cruelty. The body is a rundown mill. And how these the ones left to uphold me when everything done's been ruined. Gentlemen on speed, you said to yourself, so faced with the tales to see, I see the comedy. The messages are goddamn line. It spreads in all ways, so do their morals. And everything that's left is all for the royals. The mother lays back inside the side. Better to scream the words in mind. Naturally, I missed the whole damn thing. The irony is me. Mother lays back inside the side. The better to scream the words in mind. And naturally, I missed the whole damn thing. The irony is me. Escaping for pain, and paralysis is kicked in. Someone should call it sin. Someone should call it sin. Well, I am son of broken tackle. You got six up and down below. My God, there's a Sierra left on my own. My God, it's them. Well, I'm stuck to a real, both hands on a steering wheel. Somehow I'm swerving still. Someone else can eat this kill. Well, I am son of broken track home. You got six up and down below. My God, there's a Sierra left on my own. When's it get easier to let go of this
91.3 KXCI Tucson, Arizona. Welcome down to your end of the dial. You just heard from the Tucson Toros coming to you live from Studio 2A. If you're just joining us, they got a brand new album out, Teeth on the Board. You mind if I ask what's that title? Where's that come from? What's that all about? Where's that?
I'll take this one. There's a book called Grace of Kings. It's a 4-parter. It's really good, and it's in the 3rd book, and we don't have enough time for me to explain the whole entire story. But go read the book, the Dandelion Dynasty. Me and Jeff book clubbed it. Nobody else knows what we're talking about in the band.
I tried to read it.
That's all right.
Yeah, you didn't like it.
We thought it sounded cool. Like, all right.
Yeah, I said something and everyone was like, that's not the worst thing I've ever heard. So that can go on our record.
I kind of think that's cool, though. It's like leaving breadcrumb trails for people to go deeper into the music and where things come from and originate. But new album, Teeth on the Board, got a show April 18th at St. Charles. It's going to be a free show, yet it is going to benefit what?
Community on Wheels.
Community on Wheels. Do you know what that is? Like what is what they facilitate?
Yeah, they basically get together and they provide meals for houseless folks.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
Nice.
and other materials as well if they have them on hand.
All right,
Yeah.
Cool. All right, April 18th, St. Charles, 7 bands, shared drummers. It's going to be a good time. Let's see, we got 4 minutes left. Do you got something under 4 minutes? Or just a jam?
It's just a jam.
Do you guys want to just?
What do you think this
Want to
is?
just try Master of Puppets?
Gambler.
All right, we can try Gambler.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, God.
All right, we're going to be finishing up with Tucson Toros. And then we're going to be kicking it downtown for a night interlude. Please stay tuned for that. All right, they're going to cut you off at 9, or at 10 rather, so.
Play it really fast.
Do it.
Sick of olden conversations. Ooh, what you talking about? We're falling out your mouth. Can't understand a word you're saying. You got tears getting up my ears now. Please go on, gambler. Go your answer. Go on, gambler. Go your answer. And what's the future out your well? Yeah, no future without your help. Silly little thing, you forgot the world's cold. No one really cares if it happened at all. Go on, gambler. Call your answer. Go on, gambler. Call your answer. I think good about taking a seat. It's on a hard begging for you life without certainty. The wise now wouldn't lead, ain't a lead. The broken fingers that you're both your knees. Go on, gambler. Call your answer. Go on, gambler. Call your answer.